2011, 7 billion people exist in the world. 4 billion out of them are Asians. There are 0.2 billion people coming from the Middle East, 1.2 from India, 1.3 from China, and 1.3 from Asia Pacific. Nowadays, they aren't only living in their homeland, but also present around the world, especially the Chinese. By their appearance, we can easily recognize an Indian or an Arabic among Chinese, but for most of people, Vietnamese and Chinese are similar. They are small with slanting eyes. They eat rice with chopsticks. They are workaholic and very smart at math. So, how can we recognize a Vietnamese among Chinese? At first, we have to know the geographical position different of them. Here is China, and here is Vietnam. In the past, the Chinese Empire had invaded Vietnam for 1 millennium, so that's why our cultures are similar is inevitable. Moreover, Vietnam is located in Indochina. It was once the Asian cultural center. They are mixed between the Indian and Chinese cultures. We spoke the same language as the Thai, but our writing based on the Chinese character. This method called the num. The principle is we use the pronunciation of sinogram to express the meaning in the Vietnamese. Here's the word writing in Chinese that pronounced một. In Cantonese, it means do not, but in Vietnamese, this pronunciation means the number 1. This writing method also exists in the other nearby countries of China, like Korea and Japan. As you know, at present, Korean and Japanese still write on sinogram, but we Vietnamese, we don't use it anymore. Why? After a period of the 900 years of independence from China, our culture was influenced by Westerners because of the French colonization. At this time, the Quốc ngữ, a romanization of the Vietnamese language, was developed in 1651 by a French Christian missionary, Alexandre Dode. Based on the standard alphabet, he invented some new glyphs and eliminated some other letters. With the method, the Vietnamese alphabet contains 29 letters with 17 consonants, 12 vowels, and 8 digraphs. To express these tones in the Vietnamese vocabulary, we add accent on the vowels. The acute accent for the high rising, the tilde for the glottalized rising, nothing for the mid-level, the hook for the deeping, the grave accent for the low falling, and the dot below for the low glottalized falling. Look at the previous example. This is the number 1 writing in num that pronounces một. By using the Quốc ngữ, we write what we hear, the M, the O, the T, and the dot below on the O to have the tone. But during that time, the Quốc ngữ was used as a tool to colonize and to carry on missionary work. Most people were illiterate or knew little of the num character. After the Revolution of August in 1945, modern Vietnam was born. Thanks to its simplicity, the Quốc ngữ became the main writing of the country. It's used in the education, in the administration, and in the communication. Nowadays, the Vietnamese culture is still practicing the mix. We have similar traditional customs as Chinese. We speak in the style of Thai, and we write in Latin as the Westerners. In brief, if you see a pretty Asian man walking down the street, to know if he's Chinese or Vietnamese, you just take a look on his notebook. I'm proud to be Vietnamese, and as artist, I am a me universal.